Today I'm going to be making a fleece blanket for baby Hannah, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. They're super easy. I'm going to be using this floral fabric for the front, and it's just a regular fleece. And
oh, that is so cool.
You like it?
Yeah, I know it is right there.
Yep. And then we're going to use this for the back, and it's a different kind of a fleece. It's super soft and nice. For baby Hannah. We're going to make baby Hannah a blanket. So I like my blankets to be square. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this floral piece into a square. I had my fabric cut in a 1 yard length, but if you wanted a bigger blanket, see I'm going to have all this left over, you could get like 1.5 yards or whatever and make a bigger blanket, but I prefer having a smaller one. Now I laid out my floral fabric on the pink one so that I can cut a matching square. Okay, now I'm going to flip this top one over because this is the prettier side, and I want it to be on the inside next to this, so that when I sew around the edges, I'm going to go all the way around all 4 sides, and then just leave an opening about like that so I can flip it inside out, and then the pretty sides will be on the outside and the seams will be on the inside. Since this fabric is pretty stretchy, I'm going to put a few pins around the sides to make sure that things don't get stretched out of place while I'm sewing. I like to use a pretty long stitch on fleece. Yeah, I sewed around all 4 sides, and I just left this little opening here, so now I can turn the whole blanket inside out, or right side out. Next I'm going to go around and I'm going to pin again to make sure everything stays nice, so we can sew around the whole outside one more time to make a little kind of a binding thing on it. And I want it to stay nice and straight. Now for this little piece that's still open, we're just going to turn those pieces together, pin them, and then I'm going to use an overhand stitch just with a needle and thread and stitch that closed. I'm going to kind of come down inside of there to start my first stitch, so the little tail on my thread will be on the inside and won't be sticking out where you can see it. So it's going to be tucked down in there, and now I'm going to just do the overhand stitch. Apparently I didn't actually record the end of this, so what I did was when I got to the end, I made a couple of little knots, and then with my needle I sewed down into the fabric like that and back out, so that when I pulled it through I had a piece of thread was sticking out right there. Then I trimmed it right there, which then meant that the tail is down inside the blanket and you don't see it. So now what we're going to do is just sew a straight stitch all the way around again, and I'm going to do it about that far from the edge to make a nice little binding looking thing around the edge, and then it'll be all done. So that's done all the way around now, and it's all finished. Here's the completed little blankie, all ready for a sweet baby girl.